Hello, welcome back to Football Now, a YouTube channel where we run you through the latest round of Premier League fixtures, give our own predictions and talk you through the betting odds. As you can see, Connor's back with me this week after a brief hiatus last week at the darts. Connor, how are you doing?
Yeah, all good, all good. I've got a new background today because I'm down south. So they've got trees down south compared to up north. So I thought I'd show you them all.
That's it. Much nicer backdrop. As you can see, this video is going to be focusing on Arsenal versus Wolves. 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. Arsenal beat Brentford last week. Wolves only last night. We're filming this on the Tuesday. Left aggrieved by yet another VAR decision. Before we get into all that, Connor, do you want to talk us through the betting odds?
Yeah, Arsenal top of the league now after Chelsea dropped points again. So they go off rightfully favourites at the Emirates as well. I mean, yeah, I never like huge odds in the Premier League. You know, I've always said that anyone can beat anyone in this league. So 10-1 for Wolves. Wolves, who have been hard done by several times this season by harsh VAR decisions. They're the 10th. That's to 12th. So 10-1 really is not the worst shout in the world if you're looking for a bit of value, but it is hard to look past an Arsenal victory. They had a very tough game last time out against Brentford. They won 1-0 late on. Kai Havertz with the winning goal, much needed winning goal, I think, from him as well, just try and get a bit of confidence. But yeah, after 13 games played, top of the league, a lot of people had doubts whether they could mount another title challenge after last season. I had my doubts, still have my doubts. But table doesn't lie. We've got the best defensive record as well. Only 10 goals conceded in 13 games. So, yeah, things are looking up for Arsenal. And to be fair, things are looking up for Wolves. It's very hard to keep picking yourself up when you do get hard done by VAR decisions. But yeah, I think considering that they were battling towards the bottom last season, they had a few difficulties there. I think after 13 games, sitting 12th, 15 points is not too bad. And they're only a point outside the top half as well. So, yeah, I think a good season for both of them, but it's hard to look past an Arsenal victory here, considering, at home at the Emirates and top of the league as well, had the momentum with them.
Yeah, we're going to the Arsenal game first. I think we were speaking just then off camera before we hit record about Aaron Ramsdale. It wasn't the most convincing of performances from him. Obviously, he's had a difficult season with David Raya, who was unable to play. Obviously, he's on loan from Brentford. So Ramsdale did have to come in. He looked shaky on a number of occasions. You were saying that you think that could be his final game for the club. But at the end of the day, you still come away with the clean sheet. And like you said, you bagged the late goal and 1-0s in there. Everyone likes to see a win by 4 or 5 goals, but it's the 1-0s, the 2-1s, which can ultimately make the difference if you want to go. That's it. So it must be convincing from you that you are just grinding out these results, even regardless of performance, that you can perhaps push City further than you did last year.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like when you get so close to Manchester City and you don't win the league, it just takes a lot out of you. And I'm still not really optimistic. I actually don't think we're playing as well as last season. Fortunately, I don't think Manchester City are as well. I still fear about our creativity. Yes, it is good to get over the line by 1-0. It's quite a satisfying scoreline, really. But the reality is we've not been free flowing like last season. We missed Martin Odegaard during the Newcastle game, and it really, really showed. We barely created anything. So I think we need to be looking, when January rolls around, looking in the market for another creative midfielder or just another midfielder in general. I know we are heavily linked with Douglas Luiz from Aston Villa. He's top of our transfer list. So, yeah, I'm not getting too excited yet. But we're after 30 points, 13 games played. So you carry on that after that. After 38 games played, you're on about 89 points, which you can win the league with 89 points. So at the moment, things are going good, but the performances aren't as good as last season. So a little bit of a concern. Not hugely optimistic yet.
Yeah. I think there's always that doubt, and then when you look what City have done over the last 4 or 5 years, no matter, regardless of how well you're playing, you always feel like you're facing an uphill battle against Pep and his City side. On to Wolves. I'm just looking now on my other screen here, the decisions that went against them yesterday. Ridiculous. It's not the first time this season. I think it's 4 or 5 games now where Gary O'Neill's almost been left in disbelief, almost thinking, how has this happened to us yet again? I don't know. We're going to start sounding like a broken record if we keep bashing VAR. But I think we saw the table there. We're fortunate for Wolves. They're not going to be, well, we don't think they'll be involved in that relegation scrap. They're much better than the sides that are down there. But you could almost flip it and say if those decisions did go their way, where else could they be? They could be even further up the table and perhaps pushing towards the top half. It's a frustrating. It's crazy. It is crazy. I don't want to mention too much about VAR. We've gone on so many times. It seems like we've always spoken about since we.
Yeah, I mean the problem is though they keep putting themselves in the spotlight, so you have to talk about it every week because every single week there just seems to be something, and it's. I think I've always been against VAR. And that's on the record. Read my Twitter for years and years, but I think even the staunchest supporters of VAR are just becoming disillusioned with it themselves because it's just. Every single week, there just seems to be cock up after cock up after cock up. It's like, how long? When's it going to end, Robbie? It just carries on forever.
Yeah. I think the Sky Sports interview that Gary O'Neill did after the game against Fulham, they lost 3-2 to Fulham on Monday night. So we're speaking now on Tuesday afternoon. I think he did very well to stay composed almost because you know what these reporters are like. They're out there, they're trying to get a soundbite out of you, trying to poke the bear. But he made some very eloquent points without losing his composure. But I think he himself,
without the FA Christmas party.
Yeah, exactly. And he, I think he said himself that he was pro VAR for a long time, but now when this keeps happening to them, I think he basically alluded to the fact that he's not sure how much longer he can stay with that viewpoint, given everything that's happened. It's a frustrating one, but like you said, I don't think this is a game that they'll be targeting to get points from. Obviously, Arsenal, like you said, at the top of the table. Sorry, it's at the Emirates as well. Arsenal rightly enter favourites. Having said all that, do you want to move on to our predictions? We both got 4 points last week, so the gap stays. We're at 9 points, I think. Yeah, 9. There you go. I'm not very good at maths. I was trying to work that out quickly. We're at 9 points. You'll be looking to close that gap again. Connor, do you want to give your predictions first this week or me?
Yeah, I do think Arsenal will win, but even though they're at home, I don't think it'll be a rout. I think Wolves have shown too much this season, and I don't think Arsenal are the free flowing Arsenal that they would have liked to have been. So I'm going to go with a modest 2-0 victory for Arsenal, I think. Wolves will make it difficult for them.
Yeah, I'm going to go by the same margin. I'm going to back Wolves to get a goal. I'll go 3-1 at home to Arsenal. Like you said, I think Wolves have been great to watch all season. We've both said on here plenty of times how much we enjoy watching them. So I think it could be an entertaining game. Obviously, it's not on TV. It's 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. But having said that does conclude our preview for Arsenal versus Wolves, 3 o'clock Saturday kickoff. Like I said, you can check out all our other videos. We'll be doing previewing all the games this weekend on the channel Football Now. You can check out all our other affiliated channels as well, which I'll link in the description. View Darts Now, Odds Now, British Boxing TV, and MMA Now. You can go and check all them out. Lots of sporting content that we're offering now. We'll see you on the next